The next part of our series on vendor compliance, we're going to work on lien waivers. And before we even get into definitions and types, let's just talk it through first. So I would have to imagine you have a lien waiver template that you send out with your own verbiage and certain fields that you have to manipulate depending on the waiver. So within Sage Intacct, you have the option to create a template with access to what we call merge fields that are going to pull information from the system to automate that process. So you don't have to manually fill it out every time you're sending a lien waiver. And you may already have a system that has that option, in which case that's great. You're already familiar with what it entails. So in Intacct, to access your document templates, you'll go to the Platform Services module and click into Printed Document Templates. This is where all of the templates for the whole system are housed, and you get quite a significant amount of them out of the box, but there actually isn't any for lien waivers. You will have to set them up. So first things first, you want to download the toolbar. So click on that. It'll download somewhere on your computer, open it up, run it, add it in so that you can access Intacct through Word. And once that's done, go to Company. Under the Setup tab and under Configuration, you should see this button for Company. If you don't see it, you probably don't have the permission for it, in which case you'd have to get somebody else in your company who has the permission to do this part. So click into Company. And when you get in here, then click on your Security tab at the top, Edit, and scroll down to Web Services Authorizations. So if you have this sender ID cdocs_v2, then you're fine. And if you don't, you're going to want to click Add. And when you click Add, put it in just like this. So your sender ID should be cdocs_v2. And for your description, you could just give it Word toolbar or something like that. Save that when you have it in. You want to make sure it's active. So save it and then save again here. Once that's done, I would recommend that you click on your home button, and here under this Sage Intacct community section, there's the option to go to the community. And if you're not already a user in there, then I would recommend that you do set that up. It is a great resource to have. And within the community, they have sample lien waiver templates that you can download. And it's no harm to have them because they have some of the merge fields that people typically are looking for when they're creating lien waiver templates. And they're a great starting basis. So no harm to sign up to the community, and you could download those lien waiver templates. And I actually have one here downloaded to my computer. So this is an unconditional partial waiver that they have. And this is what your merge fields look like. So let's say in the case of this one, it's given me my $sign, and then it has pound, comma, pound, 0.00. So that's it. This is formatted correctly to pull in your dollar amount. So absolutely no harm to have them downloaded just so that it's giving you a good starting basis, let's say. So then once you have your template that you want to manipulate, I would say maybe have this as a secondary basis, but you would have your own template that you want to manipulate. And then up here, because you've got your toolbar downloaded from earlier on in this video, you go to your add-in section and you have the option to log into Intacct. So if I click on login, this is what pops up. It's looking for your company ID, user ID, and password, and just put them in and log in. So I have logged in now. And once I click on my drop down again, I have this insert merge fields option. So I'm going to want to click on that. And this always does take a second to pop up. And here it is. And within your merge fields, you have an application drop down. And you cannot mix between applications for your printed document templates. So let's say you're manipulating an invoice. You only want to use the merge fields within accounts receivable. If you're creating a document template for purchasing, you only want to use the merge fields within purchasing. And in our case right now, we are creating a lien waiver template. So we want to be in vendor compliance, and we're only going to be using the merge fields within vendor compliance. So we can use anything from compliance record to project here. And just to show you what it looks like, to insert, you select somewhere on your wherever it is on your actual form that you want to put the merge field and find one that you want to select. So in my compliance record, then let me just bring it up to the top and I'll enter in my amount. I can double click it or I can press insert and it's going to pop into my form then. Okay. So once you have your document template looking like you want it to look, pulling in the merge fields that you want to pull in, and this will take a little bit of playing with and it's going to take a bit of time. But once you have it looking however you want it to look, you'll save it. So save it as .doc. And then in the system, well, I'm not going to save it because I already have one in, but back in our system then, we'll go to our platform services, into our printed document templates, and we'll add one in. So when we get in here, then we'll give it a template name. You would call it maybe lien waiver conditional partial, lien waiver unconditional partial, lien waiver final, whatever it is that you need to call it based off of the template that you've created. Your application is going to be your vendor compliance. It's always going to be a type of compliance record or vendor compliance. And then you're going to select choose file and you're going to find the template that you just saved as .doc and enter it in here. Once you have that done, you'll click save. And then you have the printed document template within the system for access when you're setting up the compliance definition and the compliance type. So that's your printed document templates. That will take you a while to get correct, I would have to imagine. So next up, in our next video, we'll go through setting up the definitions and the types for our lien waivers.